Hi everyone, it's Lisa. In today's video you will see my complete process of making this card. I'm narrating it for you so that I can fast forward the process and keep the video down to a short video instead of my long ones that I tend to do. So it's going to speed up here in a moment. Here I cut a sheet of Coastal Cabana cardstock by 4 inches, and you'll see what I'll be doing with that in a moment. And then I'm going to stamp on this Whisper White 4 by 5 1/4 sheet of cardstock using the Happy Watercolor stamp. I really like this little one right here. It gives a watercolor effect when you use it. I'm using Coastal Cabana Strawberry Slush and Crisp Cantaloupe. And I'm just going to randomly stamp all over this and hope for the best. And you're, like I said, you're actually watching my complete process, mistakes and all. I edited nothing on here. All I did was fast forward it. And then I'm going to spray this with some water. And then here I'm using the Apothecary framelit die. Oh, just looking, to see how it's going to look frame. I'm using the Blessed Easter stamp because I really love those flowers. And I'm going to cut that out using the Apothecary framelit. I don't know why it was taking me so long to get the sentiment lined up straight. It kept looking crooked to me. And now I'm going to take the Coastal Cabana and run that through using the Apothecary framelit die. And then I'm going to cut that in half, and this is just going to be a frame around my focal point. And I'm going to pop that up with Stampin' Dimensionals. Originally I was just going to add that to the card base, and I thought it needed something more, so now I'm cutting a sheet of 4 by 5 1/4 piece of Whisper White cardstock, and then I'm going to use my Essential piercing pack to punch holes on this layer. I wish I could do my piercing that fast. And then it still needs more, so I decide to ink around the edges of this layer with the Coastal Cabana. And I really love this year's ink colors so much, and I love how they look together. I can truly say this, I've liked all the colors, but this year's ink colors have been my favorite. And now you're just watching me trying to figure out what I want to do with this bottom part of the focal point. I had a white part showing, and I needed to cover it up where I hadn't overlapped the stamps very well, so I definitely needed to cover that. You know what we say, there are no mistakes in art, right? You can always figure out a way to cover up, and it's always interesting to see what your project will end up looking like. So I decided to go with the linen thread, which is one of my favorite things. I use that so much. And then one of our designer buttons. This is the Very Vintage, I believe is what it's called. Very cute buttons. And then I'm using glue dots to put behind that so that it lays exactly where I want it to lay. And now I'm just fussing with the linen thread so that it looks the way I want it to. And I'm going to use some more Stampin' Dimensionals to pop that up on the card after I apply this layer to it. And there you have it. It's all done. And you'll see in a moment here that I'm going to try to show you where I decided to spray it with some shimmer spray that I made with our shimmer mist and alcohol that unfortunately we don't have anymore, but hopefully that's showing up. I can't really tell looking at it that it is coming up, but very pretty effect. So I hope you enjoyed this project, and as always, I look forward to being with you again. Thanks for watching.